Hey, good morning, guys. This is Johnny Sunshine. It's Saturday morning. I'm sitting in my office having some coffee. And over the last few weeks, I've delved back into the code book. I think I'm on the right page. I'm just doing what I've always done, and that was up to code. But there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of back and forth about caulking toilets and should you do it or shouldn't you do it. And so I found in the Florida building code, which is what I've been building houses to. That's the code I was using, and it states clearly in there that any fixture, plumbing fixture, where it meets a floor or wall, meaning a urinal, a sink. I mean, that's just common sense. You caulk around a drop-in sink. But toilets, it shall be made watertight, is what the code says. That means when he say shall, that means it has to happen. It's not, optional. It has to happen. And I've seen guys, you'll fail a plumbing inspection because the house isn't I call it dapping it out. When we're finished trimming a house out, we go around with DAP. And I think one of the biggest issues is with these guys up north, especially, is they use silicone, man, which is a big fucking mess. I wouldn't want to caulk that shit in either with silicone. You're using the wrong stuff, man. You got to use tub and tile caulk. It's water soluble. Cleanup is easy. You use the toilet as a bucket. Get yourself a nice grout sponge and grout it in. But I want to talk about these guys who don't caulk and shim toilets. To me, it's malpractice, man, to not shim and to not caulk a toilet. When you put a wax seal on a toilet and you set that toilet, that seal, wax seal, is supposed to be watertight and gas tight. Unfortunately, if you're not shimming it and it rocks just a little bit towards the front, you just squish that wax down, and wax does not rebound, man. And then when it moves back to the backside and it's wobbling back and forth, it's pushing that wax down, and there goes your watertight and gas tight seal. The air conditioning, especially if it's not caulked, the air conditioning, every time it turns on, it's going to be sucking sewer gas right through that joint between the toilet and the wax. And it's just common sense, man, to caulk a toilet in. You just got to use the right stuff, guys. Just get yourself some DAP, tub and tile caulk. Use water. Get yourself a nice grout sponge, and that's the way you do it, man. I went in the house the other day. I think I put the plumbing in this house back in like 2000, and the toilet, the bathroom hadn't been remodeled, and the toilet looked like it did the day we put it in, man. And I'm telling you that I could have popped those caps off and took those screws, those nuts off of that toilet, the china caps, take the nuts off the bolts, and put them caps back on, and that toilet would never rock because of the DAP. It's an adhesive, tub, tile, caulk, and adhesive. So put the silicone away. Silicone's a fucking disaster. It's nasty. It looks like shit. It's hard to clean up. It's hard to take off if you go into a job after a guy's used silicone. Uh, so, anyways, this is my little rant on do you caulk or not caulk a toilet? It says you shall caulk that toilet. That means it's got to get done, guys. Uh, anyways, I'm going to post the link uh, after I put this video up, and I'll pin it. Uh, I'm going to pin the section in the code so it'll stay at the top, hopefully, of the comments. And you can read through that. And that's the up-to-date Florida building code, plumbing code. They're all one and the same down here. And the other thing I'd like to say is, hey, man, Mikey Pipes yesterday or Thursday, I think maybe, took his master plumbing test down here in Florida. And he said it ain't no joke. And he's right, it ain't no joke. It's a huge fucking deal when you passed that test, and he passed it. So I want to give him a shout out. Congratulations, Mikey. That ain't no fucking small feat you just accomplished, my friend. Now all you got to do is protect that thing. Keep it in your back pocket and guard it for life because that's your meal ticket, man. You know better than I do. You're fucking all over the place starting businesses. So, anyways, congratulations to Mikey, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this with the link to the actual code, um, you know, section that tells you that you need to be caulking toilets. And like I said, just get some DAP, man. White, almond, or they even sell bisque now, I think. Carry some tubes. I use DAP so much. When we finished the house, man, let me tell you what we DAP. We would DAP the shower plate. We would never DAP the shower head because it's never going to get wet up there. It's just not an issue. So we DAP the shower escutcheon. We DAP a tub spout. We DAP the toilets. We DAP the any sinks if we had drop-in sinks. And that's it, man. That's all you got to do. You go through the house in 10 minutes. You DAP everything. You seal it. And you never have any water intrusion. And you have to use shims, guys. If you're not using shims to caulk these, to put these toilets in, man. I mean, the DAP sometimes will make up for that. You know, if you're lucky enough that somebody doesn't come in right after you set it and take a dump in the toilet, and that DAP gets to set up. But the best way to do it is obviously to shim the toilet so that even without the DAP, it's not going to rock. You get your watertight and your gas tight seal, and that shit will last 30, 40 years, man. I've read up on wax, how long it lasts, man. It lasts forever. And I'll tell you what, the bullshit about these these wax rings with the horn being an issue, that ain't the issue. The issue is that you're not shimming the toilet and you're not caulking it in. That's the issue. The only issue I can see with a wax with a horn like that, and I thought of it the other day, it never dawned on me, but if the toilet stops up and you go in there with a closet auger, and the way I use those closet augers by pushing it in and out, yanking it in and out to clear the line. If there's a horn down there, it is possible, I think, that you could grab that horn with the bulb on the end of the closet auger and maybe disrupt that. I've never seen it, but that's the only thing that I can imagine would ever happen to them. But I watched Steve Lab go to a toilet yesterday or whatever, and the thing was rocking like fucking crazy, and he just put it right back in with no shims, no nothing, man. It doesn't make sense to me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to stir up shit, but that ain't how you set a toilet, man. You young guys out there, that ain't how you do it, man. That is not how you do it. I need some guys to stand behind me and say, yeah, he's right. You know. All right, guys. Have a great day. It's Saturday. I'm feeling crappy. I feel like I got some dirt in my eyeballs, and I didn't sleep good. I didn't sleep at all last night. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Caulk your toilets, man. DAP. DAP. DAP it in. DAP it out, man. DAP it out.